Changes in monasteries.
By Molly and Tori. Religion in the Middle Ages was very important. The Pope was one of the most important and influential people at the time. Popes gained influence not only over the people's religious lives, but also over politics in Europe.
Benedict had established his original monastery at Monte Cassino in Italy. His original group of followers were laymen seeking to escape the world. The monks made vows of stability, reformation of life, and obedience. A daily routine was fixed for the monks, with a balance between work and prayer and moderation in all things as its guiding light. Benedict intended for the monastery to be self-supporting in order to minimize contact with the outside world. But by about 900, leaders of monasteries became more focused on their social status than leading others to God. The strict rules they lived by were soon abandoned.
That we as humans know could slow worlds and end it all.
At Cluny, the rule of Saint Benedict was restored with several adaptations which had already been introduced by other reformers. The main objective was to guarantee the central role that the liturgy must have in a Christian life. The Clunic monks devoted themselves with love and great care to the celebration of liturgical hours, the singing of psalms, to processions as devout as they were solemn, and all above, the celebration of the Mass.
You see, at the start of the Middle Ages, intellectual life focused on spiritual matters and favored the preservation of traditional knowledge. But then people started to care more about power, so the monasteries became corrupt. Luckily, wise men and women saw the corruption and left the monasteries to start new.
You are the new day.
The life of medieval nuns was dedicated to worship, reading, and working in the convent or nunnery. In addition to their attendance at church, the nuns spent several hours in private prayer and meditation. Women were usually not well educated during the Middle Ages, although some nuns were taught to read and write. The convents or nunneries provided the only source of education for women during the Middle Ages, although the knowledge the nuns provided were carefully screened by the church.
Happenings. Who has known the mind of majesty?
As you can see, monasteries changed greatly in the Middle Ages. Priests, nuns, popes, and all religious leaders still closely follow these rules and have impacted our lives.
Thank you.
Look to the vastly simple, to speak of infinity.